Hello, hello. So this is another one that is a little kind of funny, or at least funny to me. But the fact that we heal, like one cut usually isn't the end of your life. Like you get a scrape and it's not like, oh no, it's over for me. Write the will. Like usually you get cut and it's like, oh dang, that hurt. And then over time it just kind of, just smushes back together and seals itself back up. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's just something that we take for granted so much, but isn't that like crazy? Like, isn't that like incredible? That it's just like, you just heal? Like, I know that this seems like so ridiculous because it's just something that like everyone like does pretty much, unless you have some kind of something going on, which unfortunate for you. My apologies. But like the fact that we just like most people just heal, and it's not like just like a minor scrape. Like we can heal from like a lot of stuff. I think that's really cool. I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm weird for saying that. Like I feel like you're weird for not thinking that is amazing. That is just the coolest thing that we heal. I don't know how else to say it. Like I had this thought. I was like, yo, like that's so true. Like what the heck? Like we literally do. And I don't know. I feel like I feel like I sound so dumb right now. But like it's just I just think that that's like it's so bizarre and it's so out there that that's like a part of like reality. Like imagine if we lived in a world where it's just like you got a cut and you're dead. It doesn't matter. Like there's some videos that I've seen where it's like a joke where like you got hit by like a leaf or like the wind hit you and you're dead. Like if the difficulty of a video game is so high that like wind touching you is just like game over. And it's just like, what if that was the world we lived in? What if like literally if you just got one scrape, that's the end for you? Like that could be how it was. That could be how it is. And that's probably how it was at one point. Like going by the evolution standpoint, at some point down our lineage, some kind of animal, some kind of species, if you got a cut, it's game over. You're dead. That's it. It's just one little cut and you're dead. Like the fact that we've gotten to the point now where it's like a scrape, yeah, it hurts, but it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really harm us much more than like the immediate effect, like the immediate way that it feels when you get scraped. But then after that, like you don't really need to do too much about it. It just kind of heals, depending on how big the wound is, of course, obviously. If you, like, got your arm almost severed off, you can't just, like, ignore that. That's gonna be a problem. But, I don't know, I just think that's so fascinating that we're capable of that. I feel like that's something that's just kind of taken for granted, and it shouldn't be. Another thing that I feel like is taken for granted is the fact that the way that we communicate, and I mean this on the most basic level. The fact that like when I'm speaking, like different noises come out from me just moving my mouth. If I want to go ah, like I open my mouth for ah, and if I'm doing like ooh, like, and then I have like my mouth closed, like the way that words get formed by just moving my mouth pretty much, or like moving my tongue, or like where my teeth are, like just repositioning how my mouth is changes what I'm saying so drastically. I can't like I just thought about that earlier today, and I was talking to myself. I was sitting in the mirror, and I don't know why, but I was in the mirror, I was gonna brush my teeth, and I was just like, what? Like that's so weird. I don't know. The thought occurred to me. My brother was like down the hall. And he's like, "Are you okay? Like you're talking to yourself." And I was like, "Yeah, I was talking to him." and I pointed at the mirror. But but I just think that's so. But I just think that's so crazy because I don't know. I don't know how to explain this, but the fact that like we evolved to a point where it is this easy to form a word and to change the sound so much that we can have like a complex way of communicating. Because at some point we were only capable of grunts, you know, like they when cavemen are portrayed, they're always just like doing grunts, you know, they're so dumb or whatever, so they just, all they can do is grunt. But it's just like, that's so crazy. It's so crazy that we've gotten to this point where like, because we could communicate better and better and better, we've gotten to this point where now it's like, this is all we have to do, and we can talk. And you understand what I'm saying. Or at least, hopefully you do. I mean, it's just things like that. Where it's like, holy cow. That is incredible. It's incredible. I've got nothing else to say. I think that basically wraps that up. I think there's so many things that we take too much for granted. Anyway, peace out.